everyone, and welcome to Silverfit at Home. I'm Coach Kristin, and I'm excited to bring you what I'm going to call the kitchen sink chair workout today. So we're going to get a little bit of everything in here today. We've got a little warm up, some cardio to continue to get you warm and get your heart rates up. We have some strength exercises, which will go arms, leg, and core. And then we're going to do a little stretching for flexibility. So like I said, it's the kitchen sink. We've got everything. What you'll need for your workout: nice sturdy chair. So I'm looking for something that's not going to move around. Leave the office chairs behind. We don't want any wheels. If you do have wheels on your chair, make sure they're locked. Preferably no arms, so we have some full mobility, but we can work around it. I also have with me a pair of light weights. Those are completely optional, but if you do want to use something to add a little bit of extra difficulty to your strength training, light weights, tinned food, water bottles, all are welcome. So, without any further ado, let's get started. So we're just gonna have a mini roll up, warm up in our shoulder rolls. So you're just looking to lift the shoulders all the way up to your ears and bring them back. And let's go the other direction. And switching directions again. And now let's just keep rolling them back. So just kind of let your arms hang in your shoulders. You're not gripping up tightly. Even though you're bringing them nice and high, make sure when you bring them back, it's really relaxed. And don't forget to breathe. Let's move it all the way out to our arms. So just little rolls backwards. And I like to keep it backwards because we spend plenty of time plunged forward. We want to open up. So let's just keep going backwards. Fingers lightly on shoulders or arms all the way out. And just a very gentle march. So this is tiny. This is just telling your body we're going to do some exercise. We're going to get some cardio in a minute to get you a bit more warmed up. I've got my weight right in my way, so I'm going to move that. And let's just open it up a little bit. Just tapping out slightly. And fingers on the top of your shoulders, nice and relaxed, and just a tiny twist. Don't forget to breathe. And as you're feeling a little bit looser, maybe make it a little bit bigger. Nothing much yet. This is a tiny warm up, just a little bit of flexibility. Now our next step is the cardio that's going to get our heart rates up a little bit and get us more warmed up for the strength coming up. So make sure these are out of my way. Make sure you have a little bit of space. First we're going to do a bit of a tap dance. So you're sitting toward the end of your chair, nice and tall. Navel's lightly to spine and feet are solidly on the ground. We're going to take one foot out and we're just doing a little tap dance. Don't forget to breathe. And switch sides, keeping that navel to spine nice and tall. Out to the side. Other leg. Very good. Now into some seated jumping jacks or star jumps. So we're just going to do one leg at a time, but both arms. Nice strong arms. Let's go. Get the full range of motion with your arms if you can. And we're starting to feel the warm up. Heart rate's coming up a bit. And if you're up for it, let's pick up the pace. More. Very good. As the beginning says, make sure that you don't have things in your way. I've managed to have plenty. Right, so next we have some chair running. What you want to do here, get your bum to the edge of the seat, leaning back slightly, making sure that you have nice, strong core. And we're going to lift knees up and arms up, just like we were running. For now, keep keep it nice and easy. And let's pick up the pace a bit. Swinging your arms through. Good, good, good. Make sure that your head and neck are relaxed. You're not holding everything tightly, so you might want to tuck your chin a bit. Pick up the pace. Three, two, one. Very good. Hopefully you feel your heart rate rising a little bit. You're a little bit warmer. We're going to start with some arm work. So these are your biceps. Again, edge of chair. Feet are planted firmly. Otherwise, you're nice and relaxed. So you have the choice of just lifting up. Elbows are tucked nice and tight. And you've got that full range of motion. Just a tiny bend in the elbow when we get to the bottom. If you'd like to use your hand weights, pick them up now. And we're doing 10 from here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Now, bringing those elbows to your sides. You have a 90-degree angle here. And we're just going to push out, pull all the way in to the back. So think about your shoulder blades coming together. This is a seated row, navel to spine. So you're pushing your arms out, pull them all the way in until elbows are right back, top of your arms parallel to the body or tucked into the body. And we're going to do 10. 1, 2. Again, the option to do these without weights. 3, 4, 5. Think about those shoulder blades coming together. 6. Pull it in tight in the back. 7. Navel still to spine. 8. 9. Don't forget to breathe. Last one. Very good. So again, option to use weights or not. We are going to lean slightly forward. Our arms are tucked in here. I'm going to give you a side view. And we can do this one arm at a time. So leaned forward and you're kicking back. 2, 3. So that elbow stays still. It's just that bottom part of your arm that's moving. 5, 6. Don't forget to breathe. Nice long necks. 7, 8, 9, and 10. You should be feeling that along the back of your arm here. I'm going to do the other side, also to the side so you can see it. Feel free to stay straight in your chair. Nice navel to spine, slight forward lean, and let's go. 1, 2. Don't forget to breathe, not too quickly. 4. Thumb stays towards your body. 5, 6. Elbow nice and still. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. Take a little breather. We're going to move on to some legs. So here, no more need for these. Set them aside. I have 2 difficulty levels for your next leg, your first leg exercise. These are toe taps. So the slightly easier option is you're just sitting nice and firmly in your chair. Excuse me. Your navel is to your spine and your legs are at a 90-degree angle. So if you're choosing this option, just lifting toes toward the ceiling. If you'd like a slightly more challenging option, you can go a little bit closer to the edge of your chair. Legs are straight. So I'm going to scoot back a little bit so you can see me here. Straight legs, and you get more range of motion that way. So we're going to do 15 of these. Starting now, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the other option, 5, 6. Just keeping your heels on the ground. 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep it up. Straight leg option. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. It's easy, I was tempted to start bending my legs there, so it's easy to want to do that. Try to keep them nice and straight. It's all about the range of motion in your ankles. And that'll also help with strength of ankles. Next, we're going to do some calf raises. So we're basically doing the opposite. We're going to start in that same position from the toe raises. The first option, 90-degree legs, navel to spine, and we're just going to go up on our toes. So really try to go as far up on your toes as you can. We're going to do 15. Let's go. 1, 2, slow on the way back down. 3, 4, 5, 6. Very nice. Don't forget your posture. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Make sure those shoulders are nice and relaxed. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Very nice. So staying where you are, keeping that great posture, and we're just going to think about lifting our knees. So as far as you can go, it doesn't have to be a high knee lift. We just want to go here. And we're going to do 10 on each leg, so it'll be 20, but we're going to alternate as we go. So let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a little rest. Think about that strong girdle here, because we want to make sure we're not going back and forth. Finishing our 10. 1, 2, or 20. 3, 4. Very good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you might have felt that a little bit in your hip flexors, also in your core. So that's great for strengthening not just our hip area, but also the core as we stabilize ourselves. Speaking of core, that's what we have next. So take a little breather, and we're going to go straight into core next. We're going to do some twists, some side bends, and then we're going to do some sit-ups from our chair. So our twists are back to this hands, fingertips to shoulders position, and we're going to do what we did at the beginning, but we're going to do a little hold to develop strength. You're going to go a little bit farther than you did in your warm-up because things are kind of warmed up now, and we're going to do 10 for each side. So let's get fingertips to shoulders, nice and relaxed otherwise. Great core strength here, nice and tall. Don't forget to breathe. Hold it 1 second and back to the center. Hold it 1 second, back to the center. This is 3. Hips are staying nice and still. This is 4. So just coming from your waist. 5, 6, 7. Only go where you're comfortable. Should feel the little pull, but it should not cause any pain. This is 9. And this is 10. Breathe. Check in with your posture. Give your arms a little shake. Let's do the other side. Fingertips to shoulders. Don't forget to breathe. Nice strong core. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Solid through your hips. They don't move. 5. Little hold. 6, 7. Try to keep those elbows up. Feeling mine drop. 8, 9, and 10. Hopefully the more of those you do, the more range of motion you'll feel through your back. And this is a great core strengthener. So next we have our side bends. We're just putting our arms to the side. They're nice and relaxed. And you're dipping down. So again, this is not about getting your hip down this way. We want to stay nice and firm through these hips, nice and strong through your core girdle, and you're just dipping to the side. And we're going to do 10 on each side, alternating sides. So a grand total of 20. Let's go. So you're reaching, staying tall. So almost think that both sides are long, even though you're crunching to one side. That's 6, 7, staying tall, 8, nice reach, 9, and 10. Halfway, take a breath, and 11, 12, checking on that posture, 13, 14, 15, try to keep both shoulders relaxed, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Right, unfortunately we can do sit-ups from our chairs. So make sure you have some space behind you. I think I've got a bit close to that wall. You want to come out toward the end of your chair. Now, you have the option of just elbows, hands behind your head, elbows straight out, chin is slightly tucked. You have the option of just pulling your back up, or you have the more challenging option of trying to lift your knees as well. That one's a toughie. So I'm going to mix it up. We're going to do 10 in total. Let's start now. So the option to just go straight up. 1, 2, if you're lifting your knees. 3, just a little bit. That doesn't have to be huge. 4, 5, we can feel this one. 6, or straight legs. 7, keep that chin tucked. 8, 9, I'm going to do one more knee up one. 10. Oh, that's a tough one. And that is your core. So, next up, as I said, this is a kitchen sink, so you're getting a little bit of everything today. If you didn't get quite enough strength, you can always go back and run through the arms, legs, and core section again. We are going to do some flexibility. So, this is your stretch. This is kind of helping to cool you down, but also these moves are great to keep you nice and flexible. So the first one is just a forward bend. I'm going to give myself a little space between my legs. My feet are firmly planted, and as usual, I want a little bit of navel to spine. So just come down. Once you hit the point that you've gone as far as you can with a straight back, depending on your flexibility, then just relax everything. So neck comes down, head relaxes, arms are nice and relaxed. And you might find that you start sinking a bit lower. That's great. Don't forget to breathe and hold it. This is the good part. It's all the good part. And thinking about just bringing yourself up very slowly. And if you imagine that you're stacking every single one of your vertebrae, one on top of the other. So it's a roll. Stomach comes towards your back, and you're slowly, slowly stacking, rolling your shoulders back, and head comes up last. Take a nice breath here. Now we're going to do a knee to chest. So, grabbing behind your knee, keeping this foot nice and firmly on the ground, pull up. So once you start to feel that stretch, you can stay there. You probably feel it behind your leg and maybe into your bum a bit. And once you've gotten that, stay nice and tall. Don't slump into it, and hold. We're going to go back to that leg. Let's switch legs for a moment. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget that posture. Back to the other leg. Let's hold it again. And one more time on the other leg. Very good. Now, we're going to put ankles over knees. So this might be where you are. That's great. If you are more flexible and are not feeling a stretch, think about coming up nice and tall. And with a flat back, you're trying to get your chest towards your leg. So you're not, again, slumping down into it. This is flat back. about navel to spine a bit and leaning forward. When you start feeling that little pull, it's not uncomfortable. It's just a little stretch. We're holding. Don't forget to breathe. Make sure your neck is not tight. You don't have to tuck your chin, but we want to make sure you're not holding any tension in your neck. Now, before we switch to the other side, let's do one more thing to get our ankles nice and flexible. So you've got your ankle in this position. Let's do some rotations. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make them as smooth as you can. Mine are pretty crunchy. And switching directions. Very good. Now we're going to switch legs. So ankle comes over your knee. And again, if this is already giving you the stretch you need, stay where you are. Otherwise, take a big breath, nice and tall, and chest comes toward your leg. Try to keep your neck nice and neutral. So again, you don't need to tuck your chin, but I don't want you straining your neck and holding a lot of tension. If you're comfortable here and you have a nice straight body and you want to lean on it, that's fine. Make sure you're not putting a lot of pressure on this knee. Remember that flat back. 2 more breaths. Good. Coming back up, back into those ankle rotations. So just nice circles. Go to the full range of circle that you can. So it might be a smaller circle, it might be a bit bigger, but try to get a lot of, just really think about the fronts, the back, the sides. So give a nice circle. And let's switch directions. Up and down and all around. It seems like a small thing, but ankle flexibility is really important. So we've done a couple things that'll build ankle strength and flexibility today. Very nice. Now, we are going to get to the end of our chair. Make sure you're nice and sturdy and reaching towards your toes. So it's up to you. If you need a little leg bend, by all means, but we want to reach toward the toes. And once you're here, just kind of relax your head and neck. Make sure that you are in a place that your chair is nice and stable, obviously, so you can be comfortable. And again, if you would like to straighten your legs out a little bit and reaching toward those toes. Head and neck relaxed. And slowly bringing your hands up your legs. So you're unwinding your spine. Again, that vertebra on top of vertebra. Head and neck come last. Bring those feet back to your 90-degree angle. And let's just reach up and over for a tricep stretch. We did a little bit of triceps today. So you're holding your elbow back and you're breathing. This is a good place, again, to think about that navel to spine. So you're really supporting your lower back. So your posture's good and you're not straining your lower back here. Don't forget to breathe. Let's switch sides. Very good. And let's do one last thing to get a little tension out of the neck. So a little flexibility here, just rolling chin side to side. Front only, so shoulder to shoulder. And we're going to stop on the next side at a 45-degree angle to the floor. Hand comes to your head. Make sure this shoulder's dropping. Almost imagine you're carrying a heavy bag on this shoulder, but this arm's not pulling. It's just the weight of your arm. Make sure you're nice and relaxed here. And rolling to the other side, 45 degrees toward the floor. No pulling, just arm on your head. The heavy bag's here. And relax this arm. Now let's go toward the center. Chin is chucked to the chest. Open up through your chest if you'd like to interlace your hands behind your back. Really opening up. Dropping your arms if you have them there, rolling your head up. And one more time, shoulders come back. Take a deep breath. And that was your kitchen sink workout. Very well done. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a good one.